I wanted to pop on here and just talk a little bit about breath. I have been shifting and moving and feeling through so many emotions, like I know so many of you have. And one thing that really is helping me to stay connected and to move through the shifts is my breath. I mean, we're all breathing. Our breath is our life force. And when was the last time you stepped back and were like, oh, I'm breathing. Maybe I should think about this? Probably not often. And there's something really beautiful to be found in conscious breathing. And it's a term that I'm using more often than not in my yoga practices, in my conversations, in my thoughts. And I think one thing that can be really intimidating with conscious breathing comes a meditation practice. And the piece that makes people nervous is, how am I going to sit here and have no thoughts? Well, what I've learned is that that's not the goal. We're not here to have zero thoughts. We're here to center our thoughts, to start living from a heart space. And the way we do that is by shutting out the outside world and connecting internally. And we do this by focusing on the breath. So I'm going to guide you through a few minutes of super simple, just slowing down, connecting mind, body with breathing, with that conscious breath. And I'd like you to simply focus on the inhales and the exhales. Don't worry about the thoughts. Don't worry about what comes up. Don't worry about having to do anything out of really the norm. All you need to do is deepen your breath and focus there. So to begin, let's place the hand on the belly. And I like to place my hand just right at the belly button, or maybe even a little bit lower. And close the eyes. Yeah. So this shuts out our external, anything focused outside of our mental sphere through our eyes. By turning off this sense, we immediately focus internally. Notice what comes up for you when you close your eyes. Now slowly start to shift your attention towards your breath. Notice if you have a short, shallow breath going on in the upper portion of the chest and the lungs. Maybe you hold a lot of your tension up high in the neck. Slowly start to soften that. Slowly start to let yourself just release anything you've been holding on to and come right here into this space. Come right here into the present. Come right here into the moment, into the body, into the breath. So as you've been breathing, notice if the breath naturally just softens and starts to lengthen. The body is so wise. It truly knows what it needs and it knows how to do it. Usually it means us getting out of our own way and quieting the mind long enough to let the body do its work. So from this space, start to lengthen. Start to consciously press air in and out of the body, not forcefully, slowly, with control. Inhale and exhale. Turning our attention right to the crown of the head, the very tippy top of the head. Let's take an inhale to this space. And notice if it helps you reach the spine a little longer, the crown reaching higher towards the sky. And on an exhale, soften everything down all the way through the torso, wrapping around the spine and into the sit bones, wherever you're at. And now tune the attention to the hand. Whichever hand is placed on the belly. On the inhale, press into the hand. Let the belly blow up like a balloon. And on the exhale, let it go. Feel the belly button soften in towards the body, towards the spine. Let's take a few breaths here. Inhale, press into the hand softly. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Breath in. Breath out. 3 more. Let something go. Inhale. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let it go. Last one. Fill up. And all the way out. Now bringing your other hand right to your heart center. Bowing the chin just slightly to work towards connecting our head to our heart. Making this full infinite circle through our breath, through our life force, through our consciousness. Notice how you feel. Notice how the body feels. Maybe you feel a little pulsation below the hand that is touching the heart. Maybe you feel a little tingling sensation in the fingers and toes. Maybe you feel a little lighter, allowing this oxygen to refuel our body, to take away some of our pain, our worry, our struggle, and to reignite the joy and the happiness that lies within, right at our core, right at the base of what we are in this existence. We are our breath. Doing your best to keep the thoughts moving as we practice non-attachment to our thoughts. A lot of the times in our yoga practices, we hear the teacher guide us to let go of the thoughts, and it sounds so easy. It is truly a practice. Continue to come back to this space. Continue to trust the wisdom of the body. Continue to let the breath guide you through this life. It doesn't have to be anything more complicated than that. Keeping it simple. Our body is crying out for simplicity, for connection, for love. And no matter where you are or what is going on, you actually have the ability to give it the love that it needs. At our base, at our core, we are love. And the more we return to this space, the more fulfilled of a life we will be able to live. Keep it simple. Keep it true. Keep it connected. We'll take a few more breaths here together. Feel free to deepen or start slowing down depending on where you're at and how you're feeling and what kind of emotions are coming up. Listen. Honor that space. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Take one more breath, filling up. Audible sigh out. Slowly flutter the eyes open, bringing the palms together right at our heart center. Finding a moment of gratitude for this space and for this time and for this body and of course for this breath. I am so grateful that you decided to join me here today. Please do yourself a favor and come back to this practice as often as possible.